My dear friend in the air, this is Jie. Today I would like to share with you a passage in the Diamond Sutra. And this sutra is very important for meditation students because it talks about detachment and the concept of sunyata, emptiness. As we know that in our life in this world, we cannot be separated from the very four basic necessities in life, which are clothing, food, shelter, and the vehicle's transportation to get from one place to another place. Now, in Buddha's time, also, he has to deal with these four items. So at the beginning of the Diamond Sutra, it says, quote, "At mealtime, the world-honored one put on his robe, picked up his bowl, and went into the city of Sravasti to beg for food." Unquote. Then after he had gone from house to house, he returned to the grove. And when he had finished eating, he put away his robe and bowl, washed his feet, straightened his mat, and sat down. Unquote. This is a typical day of the Buddha in his time. So in appearance, it seems that there's nothing unusual about the Buddha's daily routine. But if we look deeper, then we will see that the way the Buddha carried out these activities is actually a skillful means to teach us how to conduct our own lives. Let me explain in more details. So in the passage, quote, "putting on his robe and picking up his bowl," unquote. This is the observance of precepts that when you go outside, you have to put on the appropriate robe and then bring the utensils that is necessary. Following, quote, "going into the city of Sravasti to beg for food," unquote. This shows the practice, cultivation of generosity for both the lay people who donate, who give the food to the Buddha, and also the Buddha's feedback that after receiving the food, then the Buddha taught the lay people the truth, the teaching. So both are practicing giving. And then, quote, "going from house to house," unquote. This shows the cultivation of patience. It is because the Buddha went out begging for alms in an orderly fashion from house to house. He cannot be selective. He cannot express his personal preferences. He just needs to go one house after another. And so regardless of the food that he received, the Buddha will consume the food with gratitude. And this is the cultivation of patience too. Then after finishing eating, he put away his robe and bowl and washed his feet. This shows the Buddha's diligence, that he is washing the robe and bowl and washing his feet by himself. And after that, quote, "straightening his mat and sitting down," unquote. This shows the Buddha's commitment to meditative concentration. And so from this passage, we learn that Buddha showed us that the Dharma is present in each of the four basic necessities of life. So we want to look at ourselves as a meditation student. Have we taken care of these four items in our daily life? Have we put on our clothes orderly? And then when we go outside, are we present ourselves in a present way so that people will be happy to receive us? And are we taking the food without too picky? And are we practice meditation diligently and taking care of the environment, the setting where we practice meditation? And when we meditate, do we need to take vehicles to go to the place for meditation, or just within walking distance that we can practice? So today, I would like you to meditate on this, comparing ourselves with the Buddha. Are we generous in giving material things, or are we very willing to share with others about the Dharma? Let's practice meditation. Inhale and exhale. Let's put our palms at heart center and pray. Today, we learn from the Diamond Sutra that the Buddha, in his daily routine, he cultivates generosity. He also shows his observing the precepts, and he is very patient in his alms work. And he is also very diligent in cultivating concentrative meditation in daily life. He is our role model, and we want to be like him. And let's dedicate the merit of our learning and practicing meditation to all beings. May all be happy, may all be healthy, and may all be peaceful.